Oh, hello. There you are. Hey, Facebook. Hey, everybody. Eli coming at you here from my beautiful hotel in Paris, France. Something romancier. Nice little view out there. I don't know if you guys can see, but a little garden. So I'm just chilling here, and I'm about to go live and do a training inside of my Facebook group for some badass influencers. We got our sales and influence training about to happen in a few minutes. It's going to be crazy. And, I know some of you guys were interested, but we'll do another version. It's going to be different next time we do it, more of a certification. But people that were new to sales and kind of just getting into it are now getting jobs. People are doing 6 figures a month, having their best months ever. So I don't post a lot of client wins because I'm not doing the work. I'm providing some frameworks. They're doing it. So I hate it when people try to take credit for other people's stuff when they're doing the work. And I truly consider my clients or students, whatever you want to call them, I consider them partners. We're partnering in this thing together, and I wouldn't teach somebody this stuff unless I really believed in who they are. So to go into some tools that have helped me this year, I just want to mention a few books, 3 books that have had a profound effect on my life. And one of them is from a buddy of mine, Owen Cook, who is known as Tyler Durden of RSD, Real Social Dynamics, teaching guys how to pick up girls. But it's really more than that. It's teaching men to, embody some wisdom and how they communicate with themselves and others and get rid of the parasites that rob them of the energy. It's really, really amazing work. Persona fatigue, self-judgment fatigue, these things that people do, decision fatigue, being indecisive, that waffling, that energy drains your essence and it drains your power, and people can feel that. So I asked him many times, it's like, what's a book that's completely rocked your world? And he recommended this one, and I just kind of glanced at it and I was like, I get it. And I didn't really give it a shot, and so I listened to it again. The book is called, might want to write this down, Levels of Energy by Frederick Dodson. And it's similar. I dismissed it at first because it's similar to Power versus Force that many of you have read by David Hawkins. And that's a good book. This book is like that Power versus Force book, but on steroids. It's much better written, much clearer. The concepts, I listened to it over and over again, 5 times back to back, and then I took a break and listened to it many more times. So at least 10 times I've listened to it. And while I'm not listening to it right now, I am constantly reminded of this. I just went to the store and I got a coffee, and this happens to me a lot. I was just talking to the guy, and he said, "It's on me. Just take it. It's free." So that happens to me a lot. And I think, as you get into it, there's this vibe, like guilt, shame, anger, resentment, courage, up into joy, into peace, and, bringing the joy, love, it's a powerful thing. So, and then enlightenment up there, which I'm nowhere near, but, getting there someday. So anyway, Frederick Dodson, Levels of Energy, get it. It's amazing. I don't have time to go into all the juiciness, but it's awesome. Second book, many of you read, if you haven't, you got to, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. Who has read this book? Mariano, I know you read that book. What's up, Mikey? Ricky, pretty lady, how are you? Scorpios in the house. This dude, David Goggins, the stories that are in there are amazing. And towards the end of the book, he actually, because it's like a podcast / a book / an interview and all into a story. And the thing at the end where he says, it's like he just imagines meeting God and, seeing the person he could have been, not living up to his potential. So he wants to push that thing, and he wants to like his potential was here. He wants to exceed his potential. And, that sits with you. The way that he communicates it at the end, and somebody that's pushed so much and been through so much, him just talking about potential and not wanting to leave anything on the table. And I think he's 33 or 43, 44 years old or something like that now, in best shape of his life, doing this thing every day, and overcame a lot of challenge. So really inspiring. Can't Hurt Me. Third book, I've just listened to this the last few months over and over again. All I listen to is Dr. Joe Dispenza's work, Becoming Supernatural. And I've listened to all of his other books, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. That's another one. The first time I listened to it, I get it, whatever. Wasn't really engaged. And then I went back to it a few months later, whoa. And from chapter 12 to the end, where they really get into the meditation and breaking it down, focusing on the energy around things, the space. If you listen to the meditations, he says in space a lot, which is kind of funny. But in Becoming Supernatural, he goes into why. And a quick little tidbit is this: like everything that we see, like this chair, by body, it's 99.9999999% empty space, and we focus on the 0.0001%. So if you have pain, you see something in the world, we're so focused on what is, and it's hard for us to change that. But there's this energy around what is, and there's matter in that empty space. It's the quantum, this energy, and we can influence that. And when we focus on the space, we can expand what it is we're focusing on, because what we focus on expands, and we can project onto it. And I geek out on that book. And every time I listen to it, I get a new insight. And so, again, I listened to that book on 1.25 speed. So sometimes we get through these books and we just want to get through it. And I found there was a time in my life where I was reading the book a day, book a week, to kind of like check it off the list. And I was getting through it to just kind of say that I did it. It's like, I read this many books. Now I don't even talk about how many books I read. It's like the concepts, like am I getting concepts? And I'd rather read one book over and over again for a year, like a Think and Grow Rich, Outwitting the Devil, and really get it, than just be consumed with little sound bites like, hey, this person said that, and it's good to get ideas, but to really embody something, for me, it takes time. Some people are geniuses and can apply all that, but I guess I'm not that smart. But I think it's dumb to just want to go through all these books really, really fast and not really embody them. Because that's where you're going to get it. Because here's an interesting concept, and I'll end with this. It's a very big difference between studying and training. Studying, so you get 20 different concepts. Say you want to get in shape, and you read 20 different books by 20 different authors, 20 different thought processes, 20 different theories, and so you've got all this information you've studied, and you've actually created confusion in the mind. And all those different principles, all that information has created some uncertainty because you're fractionated in your focus, and so you have this like, so you're like, is it this? Is it this? You've got all these ideas. So that's very different than training. Training, you do something over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again, over and over again. Space, repetition, intensity, duration. This is how you train not only the body, but the mind and the spirit. And so getting these concepts and pounding them inside of us with the right emotion and repetition and duration and trying it out and coming back to it, that's where we really get it. And so there's certain books that I was just like, wow, this is so powerful. I can't wait to read this again. David Goggins' book, as soon as I was done, I hit, play again. Like I just wanted to listen to it again. And so it's really beautiful when you can find a book like that. So anyway, I want to make this short. What's up, Mikey, Pan, Lee? What's up, guys? Lee, I don't think I know you, but hey, man, Fraser, nice to see you. Fraser, we gotta talk some of these days. Some of you guys, I see you on here, but we never get to chat. So yeah, I'd love. Stefan, what's up? Kyle, Maya, what's up, girl? You guys are awesome. What's up, Joey? How's that KBB, that Tony Robbins course? I want to go through that myself. I just kind of skimmed through parts of it before. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to kind of mastermind with you on that. And I know you got Stefan's bonuses, so let's talk about that. If you're on here, if you hear this. Anyway, I'm hopping on my training. Stephen Hilgart, I'll see you in there on my training. And some of you, I think, are going to be in my training here in a little bit. So great seeing you. Get those books. Talk to you soon.